John Beltran back at Platte Valley High School in Kersey. Apparently we had a technical issue, and we are now at halftime. We're going to recap what happened in the first half. 22-22. We were fine from here, but apparently the issue was back in studio. Nonetheless, the Bee Diggers trailed early 6-0, went on a 12-2 run for a 12-8 lead. Then Platte Valley went on an 8-0 run, and these teams went back and forth in the opening 16 minutes of the game, as it is now deadlocked at 22. And carrying the load for the Bee Diggers in the opening quarter was Braxton Shelton, as he scored 6 points. Aiden Gutierrez with 4. And Hinojos had 3 in the opening quarter, but he nailed back-to-back threes when the Bee Diggers fell behind by 5, and they took the lead. As we welcome you to the Bee Digger halftime show, gas and oil, fill up your cooler, gas up your car. Stubbs Gas and Oil, easy and convenient. Make them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. Stubbs Gas and Oil. So apologize for any of the technical issues we had. But we're going to run through it right now, because the one thing that Brush did very good in the first half was rebound the basketball. They had 17 rebounds to 10 for Platte Valley. But here you go with the Bee Digger leading scores. Hinojos with 11, Braxton Shelton with 6, all in the opening quarter. Aiden Gutierrez with 3, Robert Gonzalez with a deuce. Mag Zenk leading Platte Valley with 11 points, Zach Wyamura with 3. And then 2 apiece from Talon Short, Cameron Mundell, Jeremiah Molinar, and Braylon Edstrom. And this first half has went by very quickly. Now the Bee Diggers attempted 7 free throws, make it 8 free throws in the opening half, and they made 6 of them. Cessa missed his first 2, but then they made 6 in a row after that. And Platte Valley for the line, 1 out of 2. Those free throws taken by Mag Zenk. The turnover issues not terrible, but the Bee Diggers have committed 8 to only 4 for Platte Valley. So that's where we sit at halftime. It was 12-8. Brush after 1. And then they were outscored 14-10 in the second quarter. Now it's a full week of Brush Bee Digger Sports right here on 1010 KSIR. As coming up tomorrow night, it'll be wrestling in Brush. It's their home opener, as they will take on the Eaton Reds. And then Rob Hastings will also be with you on Thursday night at 6:30 when the Bee Diggers face the Sterling Tigers. And that will also be in Brush. Then I'll be back with you on Friday night at 6:30 from the Beat Cellar in Brush when the Bee Digger boys basketball team entertains the Sterling Tigers. That's going to be a tough challenge there for the Bee Diggers, as Sterling is ranked number 1 in Class 3A. We'll take an extended break, and we'll come back with the start of the second half. We still have quite a bit to go here at halftime, but we'll come back with a second half right after this. It's Brush 22, Platte Valley 22 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back in Kersey at Platte Valley High School. We will head here to the third quarter momentarily. The Bee Diggers and Platte Valley Broncos are deadlocked at 22. Once again, Cesar Hinojos leading Brush with 11 points. Mag Zenk with 11 for Platte Valley. A critical game, and if the Bee Diggers can pull this off, this would be their second road win in as many games within the Patriot League. And that would set up a heck of a showdown with Sterling on Friday night, even though Sterling obviously is the favorites if you were to handicap that type of game, considering they're number 1 right now in Class 3A. The Bee Diggers and the Sterling Tigers are the only 2-0 teams in league play. Estes Park, Platte Valley, and Platte Valley are 1-0. Actually, Resurrection Christian also 2-0. Eaton and Strasburg have split their 2 league meetings. And Liberty Common, Valley University, and Frontier Academy are 0-2 in the Patriot League. Let's set the second half lineups. For Platte Valley, they will go with Mag Zenk, Devin Lauer, along with Cameron Mundell, Braylon Edstrom, and Zach Wyamura. He's the second leading scorer this season 15.4 a game, held to 3 points. That was a three-pointer in the opening quarter. The Bee Diggers have yet to break the huddle, but I would assume they go with the same starting five as they had to begin the game. And it's Shelton, Lopez, Ivan Cardenas, Robert Gonzalez, the starter tonight, and Hinojos and the Bee Diggers to trigger it in to begin quarter number 3. And Lopez to throw it in. Are we going to go down to the wire like we did a week ago when the Bee Diggers won 57-55 at University? That ended up being an instant classic. Shelton over to Cardenas on the outside right. Shelton, a lob to Hinojos, and he banks and scores. Oh, a gorgeous alley-oop from Shelton to Hinojos. They read each other perfectly. Sessa with 13 gives Shelton the assist. The Bee Diggers lead 24-22 with 7:37 to go in the third. In the right corner, Edstrom down low, Zank banks too strong, and Shelton rips down the rebound for Brush, his first of the game. He crosses midcourt. Shelton at the top, swings it left side to Ivan. Had the three, didn't take it. Shelton wide open, left corner three is back rimmed. Long rebound to Hinojos. Now to Shelton. Cross court pass to Lopez in the right corner for Ivan. Down low, Gonzalez. He's double teamed. Right corner, Ivan fakes the three. Looking, still looking. He's got to swing it back out somewhere, and does to Lopez. Free throw line to Hinojos. Left wing to Shelton, maintains the dribble, lost it. Bounce pass to Hinojos. Cross-court baseball pass. Ivan wide open three, and that's an air ball, and the ball is loose, and it's still loose, and it's tipped away to Lopez. Lopez for Brush. And there's the, I don't know if that was a lob inside, but it's out of bounds, and it's going to be off of Brush. I'm not sure what that was. I think it was it was tipped, partially tipped as I put my head down on a missed shot. So it will be Platte Valley basketball. The Bee Diggers with a 24-22 advantage with 6:44 to go in the third. Wyamura met by Shelton on the high left. Here's Devin Lauer with a left-handed dribble. Lauer directing the offense. Picked up by Lopez at the free throw line for Mundell, guarded by Gonzalez. In the left corner, Lauer gets a pick, dribbles into the paint, pulls up, six-footer, yes. Straight away for Devin Lauer. He's on the board for the first time, tied at 24 with 6:20 remaining in the third. Cardenas the other way for Brush. Bounce pass into the lane to Gonzalez, and he has the ball ripped away. And Platte Valley's got it. 9 turnover for Brush. Long pass to Zank all the way. Banks and scores to the left of the basket. Mag Zank now's got 13. Platte Valley scored the last 4 points of the game, and they lead by 2 with under 6 to go in the third. Ivan straight away, bounce pass, right baseline, penetrating Shelton. Jump pass, left corner, Lopez three, and he left it very short. And it's rebounded by Mundell. Got to make those shots, or at least get him closer than that. That had no chance of going in, way too short. Lauer at the top with a left-handed dribble. Swings it left side for Wyamura. Again, Shelton, jump pass. Near the top here is Mundell. In the left corner, wide open. Wyamura three. That's short. And Shelton goes high for the rebound. Braxton Shelton will take it himself into the front court. Shelton down low for Gonzalez. Left corner, says that he throws up an air ball at the bottom of the net. And we got a whistle to foul against Lopez, who tried to wrap his body around. Lopez commits his first, but the Bee Diggers have pulled up short on some of these three-pointers, the last two certainly. And Zach Wyamura will check it into the front court here for Platte Valley. There's the jump pass for Mundell at the top. Mundell lobs it down low for Lauer, lost it, got control, and he puts it up, misses right baseline. Sissa with his 10th rebound. There's the outlet to Cardenas. The Bee Diggers can tie it with a bucket. Ivan on the outside right, bounce pass, right corner for Shelton. Now to Ivan, into the lane. Ivan, defender in the air, puts it up, and he threw up an air ball, gets it right back, and might have been partially tipped because you can't catch your own miss. And it's loose near midcourt. The ball is still loose, and Hinojos has it for Brush. Hinojos just beyond the timeline, left side for Shelton. Shelton into the lane. Down low off Gonzalez, picked up by Lopez. This is a mess right now for Brush. The Bee Diggers need some rhythm. On the right wing for Shelton. They need some crisp passing. Down low for Hinojos. Jump pass to Lopez. Or check that. That's Ivan. He dropped the ball. Now here's Gonzalez. Over to Lopez. They're just way too frantic out there. Ivan in the left corner. Lobs it cross court to Shelton. Penetrates. Kicks it back out to Gonzalez. I think they're overpassing. Here's Hinojos. Right baseline. Steps in. Left corner Shelton. He had a wide open three. Didn't take it. Now Shelton inside to Hinojos. Gets a defender in the air, and he's fouled as he misses. That's a lot of passing by Brush, but they finally got a look for Hinojos, who was fouled by Mundell. That's I thought it was Mundell, but they're going to say, is that Lauer instead? Yep, I thought he put a 3 instead of a 4, but it's going to be Lauer's first foul, and the free throw is short. Sessa has struggled from the line tonight. 3 out of 6. Second free throw, and that one's up, and that one rattles in and out. And the rebound to Mundell is 6 rebound. Platte Valley with 4 minutes to go in the third with a 26-24 lead on their home court. On the high right is Edstrom, right of the free throw line. The pass goes to Mundell, hands it off to Lauer, backs up, now to Wayamura, left of the lane, jump pass to Edstrom. Edstrom penetrates, pulls up from 10, back rim, no, and a nice block out there by Godinez as Gonzalez grabs the board for Brush. Over to Hinojos. Hinojos with a crossover dribble, right of the lane, right baseline to Shelton, penetrates, bound pass, went behind. Hinojos picked up by Ivan. B-Diggers don't have much offense out there right now the way they're playing. They've scored just 2 points in the quarter, but Platte Valley has just 4. Left corner, Lopez, wide open 3. Man, very short. And the ball is tipped to Lauer. That technique did not look crisp at all. He pushed the ball, and that's twice, and Caden Schwinn and Caden Castro about to check in. Jump pass Lauer, Wayamura, 3 is up, and that's no good. And Ivan Cardenas grabs the rebound. There's a lid on both baskets right now. Ivan out of the pack, bounce pass is forced, terrible pass. It's intercepted by Platte Valley. It's a 3-on-3. Here is Lauer losing control out of bounds, and Platte Valley commits their 5th turnover. And this is not good basketball here in the third. With 2:51 to go, a combined 6 points. And Brush trails 26-24. We've got a timeout on the floor. Your friendly local community bank serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas is High Plains Bank. Find out more at highplainsbank.com. And right now, whichever team can figure out their offense, I don't know if they'll pull away, but could establish some momentum. Right now, it's the first maybe to 40 the way this is going. You would think one of these teams can get to 50 points, but we've got 2:51 to go, third quarter. And it's Platte Valley up by 2. The B-Diggers have the basketball. Aiden Gutierrez, Caden Schwint, and Caden Kastrup are now out there with Hinojos and Shelton. So let's see if the personnel change by head coach Wayne Bach can help the B-Diggers out in this instance. Here's Gutierrez at the top, swings it left side to Shelton. Shelton with a right-handed dribble. Shelton at the free throw line, jump pass to Gutierrez, left corner, wide open 3, and that's no good. And the ball is rebounded, though, by Caden Schwint. The B-Diggers reset. That 3 is in and out. That's missed over there. Kastrup in the lane. Now to Shelton, left side to Schwint. Here is Gutierrez, and his runner's up and around it. Good! In the lane for Aiden Gutierrez. He scores. And Brush has tied the game at 26 with 2:10 to go in the third. Zach Wayamura swings it high right to Lauer. Cross court to Aaron Rios just into the game. Rios down low for Max Zank, and he's fouled. That'll be Caden Schwint committing the foul for Brush. That'll be his first. And the team fouls very limited so far here in this quarter. There's the lob in for Lauer to Edstrom. Edstrom against Schwint. On the high right for Wayamura. He's been held in check. The lob down low for Zenk. Double team, turns, shoots, and misses back rib. Cesar Hinojos grabs his 12th rebound. On the outlet to Schwint. The B-Diggers can take the lead. Shelton in the left corner. Jump pass to Gutierrez. Out of bounds. It's off of Max Zenk into the B-Digger bench. And Gutierrez to trigger it in. 3/4 court. Still looking. Somebody's got to free up, and that's Schwint to Gutierrez. Gutierrez into the lane, back out to Schwint to the high right. In the paint to Kastrup. Kastrup banks and scores, and a foul. He muscled his way to the basket off the glass. And the junior finds the bottom of the rim and the bottom of the net. And the B-Diggers lead by 2. And the foul is on Wayamura, his first. Caden Kastrup with a strong move. And the and one here, if he can make it. That free throw is up and perfect. The B-Diggers are now on a 5-0 run. Brush 29, Platte Valley 26 with 1:24 to go in the third. Lauer, the left-handed dribble, stripped away by Gutierrez. Lauer gets it back into the paint. Jump pass, right corner. Zenk three in the air, and that's back rim, no. But Lauer grabs the rebound. Jump pass to Edstrom, and his shot is up and in. Edstrom on the right baseline scores. He now has 4. That was a big rebound there by Lauer. The B-Digger lead is down to 1, 29-28. Left corner, Hinojos holding the ball up high. Hinojos with a right-handed dribble. Hinojos swings it cross-court to Shelton on the right wing. Shelton with a left-handed dribble, picks it up, still looking, bounce pass to the cutter, Schwint. He banks and got nothing but glass. And pulling the ball away, it was Edstrom for Platte Valley. They can grab the lead, and we've got a kicking violation. That's a kick against Brush, as K-Dog, Caden Moriarty, will come into the game for Hinojos, who certainly needs a breather. 40.3 seconds to go in the third quarter. The B-Diggers are up by a point at 29-28. Lauer to trigger it in. On the offensive end, jump pass nearly stolen, taken by Zenk. Jump pass, right corner, the three is up, and that's no good. And it's missed over there by Edstrom. The rebound is pulled down by K-Dog. Moriarty with a basketball over to Shelton. Shelton on the high left with 25 seconds to go. Now to Schwint. Left of the lane, here's Kastrup. Now to Shelton, left corner, Schwint. He takes a three. Yes! Caden Schwint with a triple. A big bucket for Schwint. The B-Diggers up by 4. Left corner, Zeng, 3. Is off the back of the rim, and the ball's headed out of bounds. Edstrom cannot save it in. It goes to the B-Diggers. Man, let's see. They got plenty of time. They have plenty of time to get off a shot here. To end this quarter, this would be big if they can score. The ball's going to be rolled in. Schwint's going to pick it up. He's at midcourt with 5. Long pass to Gutierrez with 3. Left baseline, lean, shoots, misses, and that's going to be the end of the quarter. But the B-Diggers finish strong, trailing 26-24 at one point. They now lead Platte Valley 32-28 after 3 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the fourth quarter. The B-Diggers lead Platte Valley 32-28 here in Kersey. Platte Valley with the basketball. It's Zach Wyamura, the lob to Mundell out there with Edstrom. The lob down low for Zeng, poked away by Gutierrez, and the ball is loose, but it's picked up by Edstrom, and his 15-footer blocked by Gonzalez and taken away by Cesar Hinojos. Here's Hinojos into the front court. Bounce past Gutierrez, banks, and too strong. Oh, man, he had that one, and we've got a whistle. And is that a foul against Brush? Or is that just blood? Yeah, Mundell had some blood, so they had to stop the game. It's Gutierrez, Gonzalez, Hinojos, Lopez, and Cadena for Brush. Now into the game is Cody Rusink for the first time for Platte Valley. Out there with Edstrom, Lauer, Wyamura, and Zenk. 30 seconds into the fourth. The B-Diggers lead 32-28. There's the lob near the top to Rusink, looking down low. Swings it left side to Wyamura, gets a pick. Right side to Edstrom, right corner, Lauer. Wide open three is up, and it's in and out. And the rebound is controlled by Gutierrez. They're having a lot of trouble shooting on their home floor. Gutierrez with a basketball. Gutierrez into the lane. Gutierrez going to have to swing it right side Cardenas. Right corner for Lopez with a left-handed dribble. Inside Gonzalez. He fade shoots, partially blocked. Picked up by Cesar. He banks and scores right off the glass for Cesar. 15 points and 14 boards for Hinojos. Rush 34, Platte Valley 28. And we've got, I believe, a traveling violation of Wyamura. Only the 6th turnover for Platte Valley, but Wyamura has been held to 3 points. And that was a three-pointer in the first quarter. Let's see if the B-Diggers can somehow break this open here with a 6-point lead in this low-scoring game. Here's Lopez for Brush in the high left. Lopez maintains the dribble. Bounce pass back out to Yvonne. Yvonne on the high right, looking down low. They're taking their time. Free throw line for Hinojos. Inside off the hand of Gonzalez, out of bounds. That was a little bit forced. Brush with their 11th turnover. Yeah, they looked out of rhythm there. And that's rare that Cesar would be passing from the outside in, so to speak. Wyamura, cross-court pass. Now a three-pointer, and that one is well short. And the ball is rebounded by Zenk. It was missed by Tobin Johnson. He just checked into the game. Now Zenk on the high right. Dribbles by Hinojos. He leans, he banks, and scores. Mag Zenk's got 15, but only 4 in this half. Brush 34, Platte Valley 30. 6:15 to go in the game. Ivan Cardenas on the high left with the basketball. Swings it left side to Gutierrez, looking down low. Gutierrez left baseline for Hinojos. Hinojos overhead pass to Gutierrez. Dribbles left of the free throw line, picks up the dribble. Back out to Ivan. The Bee Diggers aren't moving at all right now. They are at a standstill offensively. They got to rotate here. Here is Gutierrez left of the lane. He's stuck over there. Swings it back out to Ivan. Now in the left corner, Gutierrez doesn't take that three. Holding the ball up high. I think the Bee Diggers need a timeout. And then that lob pass is intercepted near midcourt by Zenk. Zenk all the way, banks, and he missed it. And the ball is loose. It's picked up, and that's missed by Johnson. Hinojos rips the ball out of the air. The Bee Diggers caught a huge break. Here is Ivan the other way, right of the lane. Ivan with the basketball. Ivan looking, spinning, bounce pass to Lopez, dribbling right baseline. His cross-court bounce pass is out of bounds. This is terrible offense, even on both sides. Wow, the Bee Diggers with their third turnover of the quarter, and Shelton is now into the game. Yeah, they need something. It's like the game has come to a halt. No movement. And the clock, they just finally started the clock. Here's Wayamura left of the lane, left corner for Johnson. Dribbles to his right, gets a pick. Straight away, here's Lauer with 5:14 to go in the game. Brush 34, Platte Valley 30. Cross-court pass to Wayamura, guarded by Shelton, dribbles by Shelton. Now he's cut off, and then the entry pass is intercepted by Ivan. Now let's see if the Bee Diggers can turn defense into offense. Long pass to Hinojos off his hand out of bounds. I don't know what they're doing out there. Brush in this quarter has scored 2 points and committed 4 turnovers. They got to pick up where they left off when they ended the third quarter pretty strong. And then the ball is stripped by Gonzalez in the left corner, right out of the hands of Cody Rusink. At least the defense is picking up for Brush. Here is Hinojos the other way, right of the lane. Hinojos, was he fouled? Yeah, I think he was fouled on the floor as he drove to the basket. That was nearly an offensive foul. Aaron Rios will check in. Rusink commits his first. Well, you get a three-pointer here, you're up by 7. 3 possessions with 4:44 to go is big, considering that this is a low-scoring game. Shelton to trigger it in for Brush to the left of the basket on the offensive end. Shelton looking, lobs it on the high right to Lopez. Lopez dribbles by 2, right baseline to Gonzalez. He's cut off over there. Gonzalez bounce pass down low for Hinojos. He turns, he spins, he fouled in the lane as he tried to go up for the shot. And Sessa to the line as he missed. Well, he's got some really good moves. And the foul was committed by Aaron Rios. That cannot be his fourth. I got that as his second. Free throw by Sessa is up and in. Rough night for the line for Hinojos, but he scores there. He's missed 4 free throws. This will be his 9th attempt. Second free throw is good. The Bee Diggers on top by 6. That's their biggest lead tonight. Hinojos is now out. K-Dog is in a critical stretch for Brush on the defensive end now. Hinojos with 17 points and 15 rebounds. With the basketball is Lauer. On the high left to Wayamura against Shelton. Right side to Rios. Dribbles right baseline. Cross-court passes poked out of bounds. The Bee Digger defense is great. It's the offense, but even Platte Valley's has struggled in this fourth quarter. And somehow Brush has extended the lead from 32-28 at the end of 3 to 36-30. Actually, both offenses have been fairly anemic here in this second half, but the Bee Diggers don't care at this point as long as they've got more points in the end. Lauer in the left corner, back out to Johnson through the hands of Zenk, but he picks it back up. Zenk with a dribble on the outside right, the chest pass to Wayamura. Lobs it right of the lane to Zenk. He dribbles, he turns, he shoots, and scores. And the Bee Diggers commit the foul. Gonzalez got him across the wrist. Again, a critical juncture for Brush defensively. And Hinojos is not going to rest for long, you would think. Zenk to the stripe. Gonzalez with his first foul. Caden Kastrup will now check in for Gonzalez. 36-32, and Mag Zenk, again, leading all scorers with 17. Actually, him and Hinojos both have 17. And his free throw is up, and that one is perfect. The Bee Diggers lead 36-33 with 4:09 remaining from Kersey. Lopez into the front court. to Cardenas, back to Lopez. Lopez bounce pass in the corner for Moriarty. Lob back out to Lopez. Lopez bounce pass to Moriarty near the corner. Now to Ivan. Boy, had Shelton wide open in the left corner, didn't find him. Lopez maintains the dribble. Now to Ivan. Here's Shelton penetrating left baseline. He's cut off. Bounce pass back out to Cardenas. Right side to Lopez. Penetrates, and then he forced a bounce pass. Lopez with a terrible pass intercepted by Zenk, but then his pass is off Waimura's hand out of bounds. 9 turnovers combined in this quarter. And 9 combined points. That ratio is awful. Lopez is out. Aiden Gutierrez is in. Hinojos is back in. Hinojos, Kastrup, Shelton, Cardenas, and Aiden Gutierrez. K-Dog was out there for a brief moment. Here's on the outside right with the basketball. Shelton, cross-court pass to Gutierrez. Penetrates left baseline. Slams into a defender. Defensive foul. That's a defensive foul there on Tobin Johnson, who did not have position. That's 5 team fouls. The Bee Diggers have committed 3. Gutierrez to throw it in with 3:25 to go in the game. Brush leads Platte Valley 36-33. Gutierrez to the right of the basket. On the left wing to Cardenas. Left corner for Gutierrez. Gutierrez swings it back out to Ivan. Ivan now near the timeline to Braxton Shelton. Shelton picks up the dribble, and we have a timeout. Full timeout called by the Bee Diggers, and we'll keep it right here with a 36-33 lead. Well, whoever wins this game is going to probably characterize this as an ugly win. You could say, well, the defense has been pretty solid. The Bee Diggers, though, have committed 15 turnovers unofficially to 10 for Platte Valley. 6 of those in the second half, 4 of those in this quarter. And again, we'll have wrestling for you each of the next 2 nights. Brush is home to Eaton tomorrow and to Sterling on Thursday, straight up at 8 o'clock Mountain Time. This is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. And KSIR.com, all part of the Eastern Plains Sports Network on the TuneIn app as well. At 1010 KSIR. So 3:13 remaining. The Bee Diggers lead the Platte Valley Broncos 36-33 with possession of the ball. And you would think that Hinojos is going to be the man they'll try to find here. Caden Schwint hit a huge 3 for Brush in the third quarter when Platte Valley was to within 1. He played very well off the bench. And to throw it in, 3/4 court will be Aiden Gutierrez. Into the backcourt, gets it to Ivan across the timeline. Ivan, watch out for the double team. Bounce pass to Gutierrez on the high right. Gutierrez dribbles right baseline. Gutierrez looking, swings it straight away to Ivan. Ivan with the basketball to his left. Now out to Shelton. Shelton against Rios. Shelton at the top. Shelton maintains the dribble. Now to Gutierrez. Gutierrez left of the lane. Leans. His runner's up, and it's back rim, no. And the rebound to Max Zenk. And Platte Valley can take the lead with a 3. Johnson on the high right. 2:43 to go in the game. Johnson looking. Finds Zenk. Right corner. Fakes the 3. Dribbles to his left. Right of the lane. All the way. Scoops it up. And he missed it. And Hinojos tips it. Oh, they're going to say it went off Platte Valley. I think it went off Hinojos. That's not a good call for Platte Valley. I think that was clearly off Hinojos, off the miss. But the Bee Diggers will take it with 2.5 to go. Up by 3. Here's Ivan Cardenas into the front court. The bounce pass to Gutierrez. Gutierrez dribbles by a defender straight away to Cardenas. Now lob down low, and it's intercepted. They tried to force it to Hinojos. Platte Valley takes it away. Lauer between his legs. Again, they can tie it with a 3. They were down by 3. I misspoke last time. They could have taken the lead with a 3, but it's 36-33 in favor of Brush with 2:05 to go in the game. On the outside right, Zenk. Johnson wide open right corner 3 as an air ball. Boy, these teams have missed badly at times. Kastrup comes away with a basketball. Here's Cesar Hinojos. Chest pass in the corner, intended for Shelton. He had to save it in, and Aaron pass, another turnover. Here's Waimura to Rios, banks, and he misses, but a foul. And not good passing by the Bee Diggers. I mean, that was a total force to Shelton in the corner, and he had to just save it in and did to Platte Valley. And Aaron Rios to the line. And the foul was committed by Ivan Cardenas. You'd like him to miss at least a free throw here, and that free throw is up. And that line drive is off the back of the rim. No arc whatsoever. Second free throw with 1:47 to go in the game. Kastrup, Cardenas, Gutierrez, Hinojosa, and Shelton for Brush. Zenk, Lauer, Wayamura, Edstrom, and the free throw shooter Rios. Second free throw is in and out. Caden Kastrup grabs his fourth rebound. Well, the Bead Diggers still have a 3-point lead. Gutierrez across the timeline. Picks up the dribble. Bounce pass near midcourt. Here is Cardenas. Hinojosa was wide open. Couldn't find him. Now to Gutierrez. Gutierrez walked. That's a good call. He did travel. He picked up that back foot. 8 turnovers for Brush in the quarter. They just want to hang on here. But you can only hang on for so long. They've made so many defensive stops. Lauer in the lane, jump pass to Rios, left baseline. Rios tries to muscle his way, partially blocked, but a foul. Oh, I thought that was a clean block, but Kastrup got him across the wrist. Caden with his first foul. And now back to the line is Aaron Rios. Boy, the chances of him missing 2 in a row again are pretty meager. And yeah, they're looking for the person that committed the foul, but it was clearly Kastrup. They put 3-0, but it's 4-0. And now Gonzalez. Check that, Rios to shoot 2. With 1:23 remaining. Brush 36, Platte Valley 33. Now make it 34. You got to do something offensively. The Bead Diggers have been held to 4 points in the quarter. Platte Valley's only scored 6. Looks like Cody Rusink about to check in for Platte Valley. That's if the free throw is made. If not, play continues. Second free throw for Aaron Rios. He bends, he shoots, and scores. Brush 36, Platte Valley 35, and the Broncos take a timeout. Wow. Another tight game for a second consecutive Tuesday. Not just a bank in Colorado, they're Bank of Colorado, proud supporter of local sports and academics. Well, you can try to take the air out of the ball. Platte Valley and Brush have both committed 5 team fouls, and maybe that's the best possible. Because at this point, you're looking at a situation that neither team can score with any consistency. Platte Valley girls won in Brush 71-30. They're the number 1 team with all 20 first place votes in Class 3A. And they look untouchable this season. Eaton is ranked 2nd. But we'll see what happens when they match up. So here we go. Will the Bead Diggers take the air out of the ball? That's the question. You don't need to shoot at this point. Here is Aiden Gutierrez into the front court. Gutierrez, watch out. He nearly walked again. Now to Yvonne. Back to Gutierrez across the timeline with a left-handed dribble. Over to Cardenas, straight away. Cardenas, bounce pass to Gutierrez. 1:03 to go. Dribbles by a defender. Not going to take that shot. Baseball pass, cross court. It's going to be tipped away. Intercepted by Wayamura. Lays it up and in. Well, the Bead Diggers are shooting themselves in the foot. Way too many mistakes in this quarter. 37-36 Platte Valley. 45 seconds to go in the game. Gutierrez in the high right. Shelton was open, didn't find him. Gutierrez picks up the dribble. Bounce pass to midcourt to Yvonne. Yvonne left to the lane. Yvonne is trapped over there. Cross court to Gutierrez. 35 to go. And now throws it behind Yvonne. He chases it down near midcourt. Timeout Brush. 31.4 seconds remaining. The Bead Diggers in this quarter, once again, have committed 9 turnovers and scored just 4 points. This is a far cry from the way they played last Tuesday and even last Thursday when they defeated Liberty Common. The Bead Diggers are struggling mightily, and that's putting it mildly. 37-30, and even with all that, they still have a chance to win the game. Well, you got to find Yvonne. If you can check that, Cesar Hinojosa's got to get the ball. Yvonne's got to find him if he's the one in control of the basketball. But there's been a lot of Gutierrez and Yvonne Cardenas with dribbles and passes. Need a lot more Hinojosa and Shelton here. Braxton Shelton had the game-winning bucket against University a week ago. Let's see what the Bee Diggers decide to do in terms of a play. Caden Castro, Mark Lopez is in there with Hinojos, Shelton, and Ivan. Well, really you have probably three options offensively. Those in the front court, Hinojos, Shelton, and Castro. Here's Ivan Cardenas crossing midcourt as the ball was thrown into the backcourt to Shelton. The lob to Hinojos. He comes down with a defender in the air. Banks misses. A tip by Castro. No, but a foul prior to that. I think Hinojos was fouled on the shot, and he will go to the line. That was the alley-oop that Shelton threw earlier in the game. And Mag Zenk commits his third, but boy, can Hinojos make two in a row. It's been tough for him in this game, and the first one is perfect. We are tied at 37, 22.6 seconds to go. Aaron Rios into the game for Cody Rusink. Can Hinojos make this a 38-37 lead? Sessa tonight has got 18 points in the game. He has made his last three free throws. A huge free throw coming up. If he misses, Platte Valley can work for the final shot. Second free throw's around, and in and out! And the rebound goes to Zenk, his fourth. Platte Valley's going to try to win the game here. They can take the out of the ball. 14 seconds to go. Crossing midcourt is Waimura, and they call a timeout with 12 and a half seconds remaining. Not enough arc there by Sessa. Way too much of a line drive. And he's normally a very good free throw shooter, but not tonight. 6 of 11 for Sessa Hinojos, who has scored 18 points and unofficially grabbed 15 rebounds. And the Bee Diggers are hoping that they can send the game into overtime, and Platte Valley takes just one shot with virtually little time remaining. Wow. The Bee Diggers were up 36-30. Platte Valley scored 7 points in a row. And I know Brush has lost 4 games this season, but I can't imagine they have played worse than they have in this fourth quarter. I mean, to commit 9 turnovers when they had 10 going into the quarter. Yeah, it would be hard to believe that Brush has played a worse quarter than what we've seen today on the offensive end. Same lineup defensively for Brush. 12 and 1/2 seconds to go. And to throw it in will be Devin Lauer, three-quarters court in the backcourt to Waimura. He's going to be picked up by Shelton just beyond midcourt with 7 seconds to go. Now is 6. Left side to Lauer. Left to lane Rios. 3 seconds to go. Zenk in the lane all the way. Banks scores, and a foul on Hinojos with 1.7 seconds to go. And Platte Valley leads by 2. They allowed Zenk to drive to the basket, and now Brush is in major trouble. Wow. The Bee Diggers now need a miracle. That was just a left-handed layup, and Zenk. Let's see if Brush calls a timeout. I'd miss this free throw. Well, I don't know about that. 1.7 to go. Let's see what's going to happen here. The free throw is up, and that's back rim, and they call a timeout. Castro calls the timeout. Nothing went off the clock off the missed free throw. Now you're going to need about a 50-footer to win the game. There's no way the Bee Diggers can get off a two-pointer. 1.7 seconds to go. They'll throw it in probably, obviously, along the side in the backcourt. And they're going to have to free up somebody just to get a look. Boy, what a heartbreaking loss unless the Bee Diggers can pull off a miraculous shot. Up 36-30 and control the game. They got careless with the basketball. And then Mag Zenk, averaging 18.4 points a game, got going in the fourth quarter. He's outscored Brush by himself in this quarter. He has 7 points in the quarter. The Bee Diggers have 5. That's all from Hinojos. Brush led after 1. They were tied at 22 at the break. Up 32-28 after 3. Who is going to get off the final shot? You've got Lopez, Gutierrez, Hinojos, Kastrup, and Shelton for the Bee Diggers, but Shelton's going to throw it in, so he will not get off a shot. I think they're going to try and throw a baseball pass. Yeah, it's going to be along the side. Wow, he's going to throw a baseball. Well, you don't want to alley-oop it. If not, this thing's going to get picked off. Shelton to throw it in. Can the Bead Diggers pull this off with 1.5 now, it says, to go. Shelton's pass into Hinojosa. He turns, he throws up a prayer, and it's off the side, off the backboard there, off the side of the backboard. And the Bead Diggers lose the game, 39-37. Hinojosa threw it up from about 25 feet away. And Brush loses in heartbreaking fashion here in Kersey in a game they had control of in the last few minutes. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll recap the scoring after this. Platte Valley defeats Brush and Kersey, handing the Bead Diggers their first loss of the Patriot League season, 39-37 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. The Bead Digger post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College, here to make your dreams become a reality for all students. That's Morgan Community College. As the Bead Diggers go down to defeat to the Platte Valley Broncos, 39-37. The Bead Diggers got 18 points and 15 rebounds from Cesar Hinojosa, 6 from Braxton Shelton, all in the opening quarter. Aiden Gutierrez with 5, 3 apiece for Caden Kastrup and Caden Schwint, and Robert Gonzalez with 2. Platte Valley got 20 points from Mag Zink. He was the Bead Digger killer, as he scored 7 in the fourth quarter, including the game-winning bucket with 1.7 seconds to go. 5 from Wyamura, 4 points from Braylon Edstrom, 2 apiece from Lauer, Mundell, and Short. And then Aaron Rios also with a couple of points in the game. The Bead Diggers did do a nice job on the boards, as Platte Valley did grab 18 rebounds, 6 from Cameron Mundell. But with Hinojosa grabbing 15 rebounds, you look at Brush's rebounding total, and they had unofficially 35 in the game. They nearly doubled up Platte Valley's total, but they just could not shoot, and they couldn't take care of the basketball in the fourth quarter. Platte Valley with only 9 turnovers, the Bead Diggers with 19. Platte Valley at the free throw line, 4 out of 8. Check that. Let's see. They were 1 out of 2 at halftime. And Platte Valley would finish, they finished 4 out of 8. Okay, so that is correct. The Bead Diggers were 9 of 14 from the stripe. And with a victory, Platte Valley moves to 2-0 in league play, 8-2 overall. The Bead Diggers fall to 2-1 in the Patriot League. They are now 4-5 on the season. They'll play a non-league game coming up on Thursday against Wiggins. We won't have any of the games there because we have high school wrestling. Our next Bead Digger basketball game will be within the Patriot League coming up on Friday in Brush. That'll be a 7 o'clock start against the number 1 ranked Sterling Tigers. Once again, the final score tonight from Kersey. Platte Valley rallies by closing the game on a 9-1 run to defeat the Brush Bead Diggers 39-37. I'm John Beltran on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.